What if you had $75 million to spend on a private jet? Would you choose the aircraft known for speed, prestige, and a reputation that has made it a favorite among some of the world's most powerful executives? Or would you pick the jet designed to be the ultimate flying home, with more space, longer range, and enough comfort for a 15-hour flight to feel surprisingly short? For years, two names have dominated the ultra-long-range private jet market: the Gulfstream G650ER and the Bombardier Global 7500. Both can connect continents. Both can carry billionaires across the globe in extraordinary luxury. And both claim to be the best private jet money can buy. But when we compare speed, range, cabin comfort, technology, operating costs, and even the people who fly them, only one can come out on top. So, which jet truly deserves the crown? Let's find out. In the world of private aviation, there are luxury jets, and then there are aircraft that operate in a completely different league. This is the world of ultra-long-range business jets. Aircraft designed not just to fly, but to connect distant corners of the planet with as few compromises as possible. These jets allow their owners to leave New York after breakfast, cross oceans and continents, conduct business in another hemisphere, and return home without ever stepping inside a commercial airport terminal. For the people who buy them, time is often more valuable than money. Every hour saved matters. Every unnecessary stop is a problem. And every detail, from cabin comfort to aircraft reliability, can influence a multi-million-dollar decision. For more than a decade, one aircraft became the benchmark by which all others were measured: the Gulfstream G650ER. It earned a reputation for exceptional performance, impressive range, and an unmistakable status symbol among corporate leaders, entrepreneurs, and high-net-worth individuals around the world. Then came a challenger. Bombardier introduced the Global 7500, an aircraft that wasn't simply trying to match the Gulfstream. It was designed to push the category even further, offering a larger cabin, more living space, and one of the longest ranges ever achieved by a purpose-built business jet. Since then, the debate has never really ended. Is the Gulfstream G650ER still the king of private aviation? Or has the Global 7500 redefined what a flagship business jet should be? To answer that question, we need to start with the aircraft themselves, their origins, their design philosophy, and what makes each one unique. Before we compare performance, luxury, and real-world usability, it's important to understand what these aircraft were built to achieve. While the Gulfstream G650ER and Bombardier Global 7500 compete in the same category, they were created with slightly different priorities. The Gulfstream G650 program was launched with a clear objective: build the fastest, most capable business jet in the company's history. When the aircraft entered service, it quickly attracted attention for its combination of speed, range, and advanced technology. Gulfstream's signature large oval windows, aerodynamic design, and focus on passenger comfort helped the aircraft become one of the most recognizable private jets ever built. The G650ER, an extended range version of the original G650, pushed those capabilities even further. It gave operators the ability to fly longer routes non-stop while maintaining the performance standards that made the aircraft famous. Over time, it became a preferred choice for executives, entrepreneurs, and corporations that valued efficiency and global reach. Bombardier approached the challenge from a different angle. With the Global 7500, the Canadian manufacturer set out to create a business jet that prioritized space, comfort, and long-range capability without sacrificing performance. Rather than focusing primarily on speed, Bombardier emphasized the passenger experience. The result was an aircraft with a larger cabin, multiple dedicated living areas, and one of the longest ranges in the business aviation industry. In many ways, these jets represent two different philosophies. The Gulfstream G650ER is often viewed as the athlete, fast, efficient, and performance-focused. The Global 7500 is often seen as the flying penthouse, larger, more spacious, and designed to maximize comfort on the world's longest journeys. And that difference becomes even more obvious when you see them side by side. At first glance, both aircraft look unmistakably premium. Their long fuselages, swept wings, and powerful engines immediately signal that these are not ordinary private jets. But spend a few moments examining them, and their personalities begin to emerge. The Gulfstream G650ER has a sleek, purposeful appearance. Its design feels clean and aerodynamic, almost as if every line was shaped with speed in mind. The aircraft sits low and elegant on the ramp, and its large oval windows have become one of the most recognizable features in private aviation. Even years after its introduction, the G650ER still looks modern and sophisticated. Many aviation enthusiasts describe the aircraft as sporty. It projects the image of a machine built to move quickly across continents while carrying its passengers in comfort. For owners who value prestige and performance, that visual identity is part of the appeal. The Global 7500 creates a different impression. It is physically larger, and that size is immediately noticeable. The aircraft has a stronger presence on the tarmac, with a longer cabin and a more commanding stance. While the Gulfstream often looks like a high-performance Grand Touring, the Global 7500 feels more like a luxury flagship. That extra size isn't just for appearance. It reflects Bombardier's decision to dedicate more space to the passenger experience. Even from the outside, the aircraft gives the impression that comfort was a major priority during development. Of course, beauty is subjective. Some people prefer the Gulfstream's sleek and athletic look, while others are drawn to the Global 7500's larger and more imposing presence. But appearances only tell part of the story, because once these aircraft leave the ground, the real competition begins. Luxury is important. Comfort matters. But when owners spend around $75 million on a private jet, performance is still one of the biggest deciding factors. And this is where the Gulfstream G650ER and Global 7500 begin to separate themselves. Let's start with speed. The Gulfstream G650ER has built much of its reputation around being one of the fastest business jets ever produced. Gulfstream designed the aircraft with efficiency and high-speed travel in mind, allowing passengers to cross continents while minimizing travel time. For busy executives and entrepreneurs, arriving even a little earlier can be valuable when every hour of the day matters. The Global 7500 is also an exceptionally capable aircraft, but Bombardier focused on achieving a balance between speed, cabin size, and long-range comfort. As a result, both jets are extremely fast, though the Gulfstream is often viewed as having a slight edge in the speed category. Range is where the competition becomes even more interesting. The ability to fly farther without refueling is one of the most valuable features in private aviation. Every additional stop means more time on the ground and more logistical complexity. The Global 7500 was designed to push the boundaries of non-stop travel. Its range allows operators to connect many of the world's major business centers on a single flight, making it one of the longest-range business jets available today. The G650ER also offers remarkable range and remains capable of performing many demanding intercontinental missions non-stop. Even years after entering service, it continues to rank among the most capable aircraft in its class. Of course, real-world performance isn't about more than published specifications. Weather, passenger load, cargo, and route conditions can all influence how an aircraft performs on a particular mission. That's why experienced operators often evaluate flexibility as much as headline numbers. Both aircraft are designed for globe-spanning travel and provide access to an enormous network of destinations. So who wins? If speed is your top priority, the Gulfstream G650ER remains incredibly difficult to beat. If maximum range is the goal, the Global 7500 holds an advantage. Neither aircraft can truly be called a loser. Instead, they represent two different approaches to solving the same problem: moving passengers across the world as quickly, efficiently, and comfortably as possible. Performance may get people interested in a private jet, but the cabin is where owners spend their time. And when flights can last more than a dozen hours, comfort becomes just as important as speed or range. This is the category where the differences between the Gulfstream G650ER and the Global 7500 become most noticeable. Let's begin with the Gulfstream G650ER. The cabin was designed to create a sense of openness and comfort while maintaining a sleek, modern appearance. One of its most recognizable features is Gulfstream's large oval windows, which allow significant natural light into the aircraft. During daytime flights, the cabin often feels brighter and more connected to the outside world than many competing aircraft. The seating is designed for long-haul travel, offering passengers a comfortable environment for working, dining, relaxing, or sleeping. Depending on the configuration chosen by the owner, the cabin can include conference areas, entertainment spaces, and dedicated sleeping accommodations. Gulfstream also places considerable emphasis on passenger wellness. Features such as low cabin altitude, advanced air circulation systems, and reduced cabin noise are designed to help travelers arrive feeling less fatigued after long international flights. The Global 7500 takes a different approach. While luxury is also a major priority, Bombardier's primary advantage is space. The aircraft features one of the largest cabins in business aviation, allowing designers to divide the interior into multiple dedicated living areas. Rather than asking passengers to use the same space for every activity, the Global 7500 creates separate environments for working, dining, entertaining, and resting. A typical layout may include a lounge area, a conference and dining section, a private entertainment space, and a dedicated suite toward the rear of the aircraft. This separation helps create a more residential feeling, especially on ultra-long-range flights. For travelers spending 10, 12, or even 15 hours on board, that additional space can make a meaningful difference. The Global 7500 also benefits from modern lighting systems, advanced cabin management technology, and a design philosophy focused on reducing travel fatigue. The goal is not simply to transport passengers across the globe, but to make the journey feel as comfortable as possible. So, which cabin is better? The answer depends on what the owner values most. The Gulfstream G650ER offers an elegant, refined cabin supported by excellent natural light and a reputation for passenger comfort. The Global 7500 counters with more space, more dedicated living areas, and an experience that often feels closer to a luxury apartment than a traditional aircraft cabin. And for many buyers, that extra room is exactly what makes the difference.
When discussing aircraft in this category, one question always comes up: who actually flies them? The answer is not always straightforward. Unlike commercial airlines, private jet ownership is often hidden behind corporations, trusts, or aircraft management companies. As a result, public information about ownership can be limited. Still, several high-profile individuals have been publicly associated with these aircraft, giving us insight into why buyers choose one jet over another. The Gulfstream G650ER has become one of the most recognizable symbols of success in business aviation. Over the years, it has been associated with some of the world's most influential executives, entrepreneurs, and athletes. For many buyers, the appeal comes down to reputation. The G650ER developed a status that few business jets have ever achieved. It combines long-range capability, strong performance, and the prestige of operating one of the most respected aircraft in the industry. One widely documented user is Elon Musk. Reports and flight records have frequently linked him to Gulfstream aircraft for business travel. For someone whose schedule often involves multiple cities, countries, and continents within a short period of time, speed and operational flexibility are obvious advantages. Another public example is Cristiano Ronaldo, who has been associated with a Gulfstream G650. For elite athletes and global celebrities, non-stop travel, privacy, and time savings are often among the most important factors when selecting an aircraft. The Global 7500 has attracted a different type of attention. Because it is newer, many buyers are drawn to its combination of range and cabin space. The aircraft appeals to individuals who view the jet not simply as transportation, but as a living and working environment. One of the most publicized names connected to Bombardier's flagship aircraft is Drake. Although Drake is not publicly known as an owner of a Global 7500, his highly visible association with Bombardier business jets helped elevate the brand's profile far beyond the aviation community. For many owners, the decision is less about specifications and more about lifestyle. Some buyers prioritize arriving faster and operating one of the most iconic aircraft ever built. Others place greater value on cabin size, dedicated living areas, and the ability to spend long flights in an environment that feels closer to a luxury residence. In the end, both aircraft have earned the trust of people whose time is extraordinarily valuable. And when billionaires, celebrities, and global business leaders consistently choose two specific jets from hundreds of available aircraft, that says a lot about the quality of both machines. Before we move on, a quick request. Every video on this channel takes many hours of research, fact-checking, writing, and editing. If you're enjoying this video and would like to support my work, you can buy me a coffee using the link in the description below. And if you're watching on a TV, simply scan the QR code on the screen. Thank you for your support. Now, let's get back to the video. Buying a jet like the Gulfstream G650ER or the Global 7500 is only the beginning. The purchase price may attract headlines, but ownership involves a long list of ongoing expenses that continue year after year. In many cases, the true cost of operating the aircraft can be just as important as the initial acquisition price. First, there are crew expenses. Pilots for aircraft in this category are highly trained professionals, and owners typically employ multiple crew members to support international operations. Salaries, training, travel expenses, and recurrent certifications all contribute to annual operating costs. Then there is fuel. These aircraft are designed to travel extraordinary distances at high speeds, which naturally requires significant amounts of fuel. Depending on flight activity and market conditions, fuel can represent one of the largest operating expenses. Maintenance is another major consideration. Routine inspections, replacement parts, scheduled servicing, and unexpected repairs are all part of aircraft ownership. Manufacturers have worked hard to improve reliability, but maintaining a flagship business jet remains a substantial commitment. Insurance, hangar space, aircraft management services, and regulatory compliance add further costs. And finally, there's depreciation. Like most high-value assets, business jets can lose value over time. Factors such as aircraft age, market demand, maintenance history, and technological advancements all influence resale value. For this reason, experienced buyers rarely ask only, "How much does it cost to buy?" Instead, they ask a more important question: how much will it cost to own and operate over the next 10 years? Because at this level, purchasing the aircraft is often the easy part. After comparing performance, range, cabin comfort, and ownership considerations, one thing becomes clear. These aircraft are designed for slightly different priorities.
The Gulfstream G650ER is ideal for buyers who value speed, efficiency, and prestige. It is an aircraft built around performance, and its reputation has been reinforced by years of successful operation around the world. For executives who travel constantly and want one of the most respected names in business aviation, the G650ER remains an outstanding choice. The Global 7500 appeals to a different type of owner. Its greatest strength is the passenger experience. The larger cabin, dedicated living areas, and impressive range make it particularly attractive for travelers who spend long periods on board. Families, corporate teams, and owners who view the aircraft as a flying home may find its extra space especially valuable. Neither aircraft is objectively perfect for everyone. Instead, the decision comes down to what matters most to the buyer: maximum performance or maximum living space. And that brings us to the final verdict.
So, after all the comparisons, which aircraft comes out on top? The answer depends on what you value most. If your priority is speed, reputation, and operating one of the most iconic business jets ever built, the Gulfstream G650ER remains a remarkable achievement. Even years after its introduction, it continues to set the standard for performance and prestige in private aviation. But if your goal is maximizing cabin space, passenger comfort, and long-range global reach, the Global 7500 presents an incredibly compelling alternative. Its larger interior and long-range capability have helped redefine what many buyers expect from a flagship business jet. In a way, this isn't a battle between a winner and a loser. It's a battle between two different visions of luxury travel. The Gulfstream G650ER is the athlete. The Global 7500 is the flying penthouse. I give you a good suggestion. Gulfstream G650ER is a tested private jet. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Cristiano Ronaldo, Michael Jordan, and many others have bought this jet. Especially business billionaires love it. And businessmen do not make mistakes in recognizing good things. So I consider it a tested friend. On the other hand, Kylie Jenner, Matt Damon, and many others have bought the Global 7500. It is relatively new, but good. Especially celebrities like it very much for its interior space. Before buying, you should know more details and buy. I have only given some initial information. Every video on this channel requires extensive research, fact-checking, script writing, and many hours of work to produce. If you find these videos valuable and would like to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee using the link in the description below. If you're watching on a TV or another device, you can also scan the QR code displayed on the screen to support my work. Your support helps me continue creating high-quality content and is greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching.